Guys, I don't care what Trump thinks about this video. I know Trump and his homies, they gonna dislike this video, but I gotta get the Hispanic their flowers. They're very smart, and they're very smart criminals. Who gonna look for someone that commit a crime that's going south, back to Mexico, Honduras, wherever the hell they going? They're very smart criminals. Today's video ain't about a smart criminal. It's about a dumb ass girl. She did a hit and run, and she tried to escape in the worst possible way. And that's why her city girl ass is under arrest. Let's go to the clip, and we'll come back and chop it up AHS style. Like the damn video.
A hit and run suspect accused of killing a man on an electric bike is in custody tonight after eluding police for a good part of the day.
Yeah, deputies say they caught her trying to board a flight tonight at Bush Airport. Matt Doherty is live at the Harris County Jail with a surprising end to this search. Matt?
The bike rider has not been identified, the one who was killed so far. He's only been described as a man in his 30s. This is where the crash happened this morning, off of Airtex, where investigators say a woman driving a Cadillac SUV drove off after she hit a man on an electric bicycle.
Metal to pavement, tire treads going all over the place, and they were just speeding down the street.
Harris County Precinct 4 deputy constables released security video images of the suspect running away from the vehicle. After that, they say they believe she had someone pick her up who helped her get away. But tonight at Bush Intercontinental Airport, the suspect was caught. Seen here in these photographs released by the constable's office, the woman now identified as Nyla Gamboa was allegedly trying to board a flight out of state. She was arrested for failure to stop and render aid involving death. We're still waiting to find out what specific charges this woman may be facing, and if she will be given bond. Of course, we're going to continue to follow this developing story and bring you those updates as we get them. Back to you.
Nyla Gamboa, she ain't a very smart city girl. The airport is the most obvious spot. And that's what the police caught her as, because she went to the most obvious spot. Like when you play hide and seek, the person always check the most obvious spot. And if your ass is the most obvious spot, boom, 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 you got caught.
Suspected in at least 10 more armed robberies is back behind bars after police say he broke into a home to hide from officers. On Tuesday, officers spotted a PT Cruiser connected to a series of armed robberies. They followed the car near Candelaria and Carlisle, but the driver took off. He stopped near Eubank and Lomas to let out 2 passengers, then kept going. He led officers on a wild chase across the city, even after they spike stripped that car near Girard and Lomas. APD says he finally stopped in a neighborhood near Candelaria and Carlisle, where they say the driver, later identified as Fidel Castillo, ran into a stranger's home and hid under a child's bed. Officers went in and arrested him. Castillo pleaded guilty in federal court to 2 bank robberies from 2017, and he had warrants out for his arrest. APD detectives are working with the FBI and the U.S. attorney on new federal charges for Castillo.
So if a dude running from paying child support and the police come to lock him up, what's the most obvious spot to catch him at? His grandmother's house. You know grannies love protecting their grandchild, so you always check the grandmother's house. If kids, you can't find them in the store, what's the most obvious spot to check in the store, like Walmart, Toys R Us? I gave it away. The toy section. So if you're in a gang and you wanna get your ops, what's the most obvious spot to get that motherfucker at? A funeral. When one of his homies die, you know his dumb ass gonna show up to the funeral, and then it gonna be another funeral. I caught that motherfucker at a funeral. But Nyla Gamboa, she's not very smart. She said took her city girl ass to Mexico. This is the type of chick, if she'll fat, she'll be accepting. She will not want to exercise and diet and do it the right way. I want to do it the easy way, and that's why her ass is under arrest right now. So who gave her help? They say she stayed with her mother and sister. I don't think her mother and sisters are that dumb. I think some guy still getting coochie too, he was that dumb to try to help her escape to the airport. I know a lot of guys out there were nervous that Kamala Harris might become president. I know a lot of guys out there were nervous we might lose our 51% edge over the broads. Guys, we are staying at 51%. These broads ain't getting 50-50 ever. Because they dumbasses Every time they commit a crime, they gonna run to the airport. Let me commit a murder. The best place to escape that murder charge is going to the airport. And you gonna end the same way every time. And the guy that should be on General Hospital, he gonna be reporting that story every time.
Police emphasizing that no one was ever in danger there as they track this suspect down. Joe Ripley live for us at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Joe.
Hey, good evening to you. Yeah, we have noticed police presence increase here at the airport overall, mainly on the domestic terminal side of Hartsfield-Jackson. Right now, we are on the international side where we have heard reports of progressing police activity here as well. We can tell you, as you've heard, around 4 p.m., a couple of hours after this shooting took place in Colony Square there in Midtown, you could see a picture of the person police believe was behind the trigger. This was, again, a couple of hours after the shooting, around 4 this afternoon. The weapon, they say, was confiscated, police not believing that the shooting was random. We also know from video here that police got this person inside the airport here after receiving tips, helping them track down this suspect and then looking into other surveillance photos. Of course, as we learn more, we'll bring that to you here on air and at 11alive.com.
So, folks, like the video and give me your opinion on this thing. How was the best way for Nyla Gamboa to escape? The best way was to stay at the scene and take where they give you.